103.5 KISS FM, Chicago's #1 hit music station. Fred and Angie are on. All right, hold on a second. Let's talk to Craig. Craig, you there? KISS FM, Fred and Angie, part 2, waiting by the phone.
Hey.
Welcome back. We're calling Samantha. You met on Match, couple of dates. Second date was good. Sleepover date, except you haven't heard from her since, and you want to know why.
That's everything that happened. Yeah.
Okay, all right, we're calling her now. Good luck.
Okay, thanks.
Hello.
Hi, is this Samantha?
This is Samantha. Who's this?
It's Fred and Angie and Kaylin calling from the morning radio show on KISS FM. And I'm sorry to bother, but I have to tell you that we are on the radio, and I would need your permission to keep talking. Is it cool if we continue?
I guess so.
Well, thank you. We appreciate that. I'll tell you, I'll get right to it. We're calling about a guy named Craig. You guys met on Match, went on a couple of dates. Do you remember going out with this guy?
Uh-huh. Yeah.
She sounds happy.
I love it. It's always like that. Like, yeah. Or, yeah. So can you tell us what happened? Because he reached out to us, told us that you went out a couple of times, and he says he liked you and wanted to see you again, that he's been reaching out, and you haven't responded. Can you tell us why?
Yeah. I think it's weird that he called the radio. We actually had a really great time. He was, like, pretty cool. We went on a couple of dates. I slept over one night. But he would never tell me his last name.
Okay.
Which I thought was really weird. At first I was like, oh, what's your last name on Facebook so I can, like, find you? And then he was like, oh, I don't do that. I think, it's too soon and all this kind of stuff. And I was like, oh, ha, 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 ha.
Like he doesn't do Facebook? Or
he doesn't have it?
He didn't want us to be friends on Facebook.
So you went on 2 dates. You've been to his house. You slept over. I guess you hooked up or whatever happened. And the sleepover portion of this, I'm assuming. And for some reason, after all that, he still doesn't want you to know his last name?
Yeah. At first, I thought it was a joke. And then I was like, no, really, what's your last name? And he still wouldn't tell me. And I thought that was really creepy. And
what else is he hiding?
Yeah, that's pretty shady. I forgot to mention that Craig is here. Let me bring Craig in on this call. Craig, really? You won't tell her you'll sleep with her? Or I don't know that you slept with her. You'll hook up with her. She'll stay in your home, but you won't tell her your last name?
Well, yeah. I mean, listen. It's not. We're not living, 20 years ago where it's just a formality. You have somebody's last name, you can get, completely into their life, and then we've seen this happen over and over again. So it's just like all of a sudden that information is now way too personal for this stage of our relationship.
But hooking up isn't personal.
People can hook up and and you're not permanently intertwined forever.
I mean, you could be.
I guess she's been to your home. I mean, she knows your address.
Did he tell you guys his last name?
No, I don't know his last name either. What's your last name? Let me look you up on Facebook. Why? I think that's what are you hiding?
That is exactly the reason why you can't give out your last name anymore.
But she has your address. She's been to your home. She slept in your bed. It doesn't get a whole lot more personal than sleeping in someone's bed. What are you hiding?
Nothing.
And he says nothing. This is why we're not going out again.
What's she going to see if she finds your Facebook? Is there a girlfriend? Is there a wife? Like, what's she going to find if she Googles your full name?
Is he a serial killer?
Yeah, have you been to jail? I mean, it would appear that you're hiding something, and if you're not, then you can put all that to rest by just giving her your last name.
Just saying that I think that she's being, it's being a little nosy and it's a little paranoid, and...
You're calling me from the radio.
Yeah, I'm a little surprised for somebody who's so private that you wanted to address this on the radio station.
Well, it's the only way I was able to get you to answer the phone.
Okay. So when is it appropriate to learn your last name? 5 dates? 10?
I mean, I don't want to put a number on it, but that definitely feels like closer to it. When if you're on 5 dates, certainly if you go on 10 dates,
10?
Okay.
Oh, my God.
This is kind of ridiculous. All right, so there won't be, 10. Samantha, no second date, Samantha. You said a minute ago no second date, but what if he tells you his last name privately? What if he texts it to you?
At this point, everything has been creepy. Like, no last name, then calling me on the radio. Like, what? I don't even know what is in store for a future with us.
Okay. All right. So she's not going to move forward, and I think it's a little weird, but so be it. Craig, best of luck to you, man.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you, Samantha.
Thank you, I guess.
I don't think that after you sleep with someone, knowing someone's last name is that unreasonable.
I mean,
I would say it's a pretty fair expectation, pretty fair thing to ask.
You know a lot more about me than that already.
That is, of course, unless you're hiding something. Because why else? Like, why else wouldn't you want me to know your last name and be able to be Facebook friends? Why would you deny being Facebook friends with me if you don't want me to see your wife, girlfriend, kids,
shadiness,
your boyfriend, husband, whatever other thing you're into. It doesn't make any sense to me. We'll get into the entertainment report with Angie next on Kiss FM.